welcome into Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel. We will be reviewing the game between Athletic and Barcelona at the Camp Nou this afternoon. It is another win. It is potentially another step closer to the title. 2-0 is what it ended, with Alcácer and Lionel Messi on the score sheet. And there's a lot to discuss in this game because in the first half, we were absolutely magnificent. And no word of a lie, it could have been 5 or 6-0. It really could have been. We're going to be going through the chances, the missed chances, and the lack of cutting edge in that final third in front of goal. We could have done more. We could have been a lot further ahead. The performance was that good. But in the second half, it was a completely different story. It was a complete change. There was a complete change in attitude. We didn't create the chances. We were penned back for a lot of it. And we're going to be discussing the change between that first half and the second half in what was quite a confusing game, to be honest. But obviously, we will start with Ernesto Valverde's team selection. He did start Paco Alcácer from the beginning. He was up there alongside Lionel Messi. Valverde really wanting to stick with this 4-4-2 formation. Coutinho was on the left, Dembélé was on the right, Rakitic and Paulinho in midfield, Iniesta on the bench, and Luis Suarez, of course, was suspended in this game. So, like I say, it was that 4-4-2, and we did start really well. First of all, I want to say, fantastic attendance today at the Camp Nou. Really good. There was some good weather there. It's not the same here in the UK, but in Barcelona, fantastic weather today. A lot of people turned up, just over 84,000 people, the third highest attendance in La Liga this season. So really good to see the stadium full, and that's what I wanted to see today, a good performance. Reward them for coming, make them want to come back, and certainly in the first half we did exactly that, and it only took us 8 minutes once again to break the deadlock, and we have been striking really early. And a few weeks ago we spoke about the way we needed to start games. We needed to show more intensity, we needed to go forward and show some real urgency to get that goal from the very beginning, and we started to do that. We're scoring in games a lot quicker now, but instead today, like I say, we got the other problem whereby we maybe burnt ourselves out in the first half, and in the second half we couldn't really hold that level. But like I say, it only took 8 minutes for Paco Alcácer to get himself on the score sheet. A rare start for him in the league, and he did convert Jordi Alba's cross from the left hand side. It was Lionel Messi who started the move on the left. He moved it on to Jordi Alba, who may just have been in an offside position. It was really a fraction in it. Maybe his head was just offside. Alba cuts it back out to find Paco Alcácer in all the space in the world, and it's a one-touch finish into the back of the net. Fantastic finish across the goalkeeper. He didn't even move, and a really good goal to get us off the mark. Jordi Alba's 8th assist of the league season, and fantastic for him. Really good performance as well. He was up and down that left-hand side. He made a really good interception as well in that second half, or Inaki Williams would have been in to score, no doubt about that, and he did have to do a lot of defensive work in that second half as well, but really good once again to see Alba creating, and there was a load of chances following that. A lot of chances with Messi in and around the area. Dembélé was on that right-hand side. Philippe Coutinho had an effort that hit the crossbar a few minutes after that. It was a really stunning strike. He catches it really nicely on the volley, cannons off the crossbar and comes back out. Really unlucky from Coutinho. And then there was Dembélé. He was denied at close range by the goalkeeper Kepa, and there was a few moments like that following the goal. We had close range chances, the keeper coming to Athletic's rescue, but on the half an hour mark, Lionel Messi made it 2-0, and this is a fantastic goal. This was a really wonderful piece of play on the right-hand side with Dembélé. He's squaring up his man. He can see Lionel Messi in space, and what he does is really good because he sees Messi, and Messi's being marked a little bit, and he puts enough weight on the pass to get it to Messi and to then set Messi up to have a shot. It's a really good pass from Dembélé, perfectly weighted into Messi's feet on the edge of the box. Messi gets it out of his feet and absolutely rifles it past the goalkeeper Kepa, down to his right-hand side, bottom right-hand corner. A phenomenal finish from Messi, really impressive. He was brilliant once again in that first half following that great performance he had against Chelsea, and that is Lionel Messi's 25th goal of the season in La Liga, meaning he's now hit the 25 goal mark for the 9th time in his career in the league. So incredible numbers, of course, from that man Messi, but a few minutes after that it continued. It was a real onslaught. We were pushing Athletic back. We were really going for the jugular. Coutinho hitting the bar once again. Twice he hit it in that first half. This time he was played in nicely by Paulinho, and Coutinho just tried to lift it over the goalkeeper, and it just didn't quite come down in time. It landed on top of the bar. Again, really unlucky. And I've got a stat here, guys, for you. We've now hit the woodwork on 38 occasions this season. 38 times we have hit the woodwork. Incredibly unlucky. Our best friend at the Camp Nou, really, but not really if you think about it. Paulinho also hit the post. Moving on with that stat, he was on the edge of the box, played in by Dembélé. Really unselfish play. Quite a few times Dembélé had the ball and he's always got his head up. He's always looking for a pass. He's always looking to see what he can do for somebody else in space. He finds Paulinho. Paulinho on the edge of the box takes the shot on, curls it towards the same corner that Messi scored in, but this one cannons off the post. And that was basically what went down in the first half. We scored 2 goals, we were 2-0 up, we were dominant, we were really looking good, the intensity was high, we were pressing very high, and Athletic could not handle us, no doubt about that. And after we scored that second goal, if you'd have said to me at that point in the game, we wouldn't score anymore, and in the second half, we'd be dominated by Athletic, I would have said that you were mad. I did not see the second half performance coming, but straight out of the blocks in the second half, Athletic came out with a new attitude, they came out with a lot of intensity, they were pressing really, really high up the field, and I have to say, Athletic in the second half were by far the better team. They had all the ball, they were really penning us back. We really struggled, in fact, to get out of our half in the second half, and I was really surprised as well, the substitution that took place on the 63rd minute. Iniesta came on, no problem with that, fantastic reception from the crowd were even chanting during the game for Iniesta to stay, obviously, amid those rumours about Iniesta leaving for China, but Dembélé was the man to be subbed off, and I didn't really understand that from Valverde. I thought Dembélé in that first half was one of our brightest players. He was looking confident, he was following on from that great performance against Chelsea, and he was really enjoying his time on the pitch, and we haven't seen Dembélé in that kind of mood really since he joined, and apart from that Chelsea game, he was really enjoying himself, he was starting to feel good, he was starting to feel confident, and then Valverde takes him off on the error mark. I don't really understand that, and when Dembélé went off, we really lost a lot in attack. We didn't have as much of a threat, we didn't have that pace down the right, we didn't have the out ball, and we really did suffer because of that. And I have to say as well, Vidal then came on for Paco Alcácer, and the 73rd minute didn't do an awful lot, and then Andre Gomes comes on for Philippe Coutinho. Gomes once again, good to see, given a warm ovation at the Camp Nou, but I just think today, in that second half, it was really disappointing because we were that good in the first half. If we could have just followed that up with something quite decent, it would have been an absolutely magnificent display, but unfortunately, following on from that first half, we just struggled to replicate that kind of high quality. You could say, of course, that we had a lot of energy, and we expended a lot of that energy and intensity in the week against Chelsea. Maybe we were a bit tired, maybe we were resting ourselves, but at the same time, the team we were playing against played a day later. They played on the Thursday in the Europa League, they lost again, they're low on confidence right now, so just think in that second half, we could have been a bit more bullish. I would have loved to have seen Carlos Alenia come off the bench. I'm really disappointed that we didn't get to see him, at least for just a few minutes in that second half, but overall, of course, that first half performance gives us a lot of encouragement. We were creating a lot of chances, we were good in front of goal in terms of creating them, but didn't quite have that clinical finishing that we saw against Chelsea. Against Chelsea, we had 3 or 4 chances and scored 3 goals. In this game, we had chance after chance after chance, but we only put a few of them away. So it spins and roundabouts, really. I think it very much was a game of 2 halves. Fantastic in the first. In the second, we dropped off. Athletic came on to us, but they just didn't have the quality to get themselves a goal. We were decent defensively. Sergio Roberto was there. Jordi Alba, of course, Samuel Umtiti and Gerard Piqué playing. That would be another one of mine, really. Did we really need to play Piqué and Umtiti today? Did Yerry Mina deserve an opportunity in the first team? He's hardly had a game since he made his debut. I think Yerry Mina could have at least been brought on in that second half. Samuel Umtiti even picked up a yellow. That would have been a perfect excuse to maybe sub him off. But I think overall today, we've got the win. That's exactly what we wanted. Atletico Madrid play later on today away at Villarreal. Real Madrid hosting Girona. So we've got ourselves the 3 points. That's the most important thing. But just the performance in that second half, if we can just look at what happened there, if we can really analyse that and see what we were doing, maybe we could have been doing something differently. And just again, that decision to sub Dembélé, I didn't really understand that one. I thought Dembélé, you want to see him in those kind of areas, you want to see him in that kind of mood, and I just thought we could have enjoyed him for a bit longer in the game before withdrawing him. But let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the first half? What did you think of the way we scored our goals, created our chances? What did you think of the individual performances in this game? And what did you think of the second? In high contrast to that, what did you make about the way that we went about that second half, the way we went about maybe just closing down a bit? Is it the mentality from the coach, perhaps? Is it maybe Valverde's plan to take the lead in games and then just sit off, be very solid defensively? We know how good we've been defensively this season. Is that the mentality of the coach in that 4-4-2 formation, just to get your lead and then maybe sit off, have a bit of a breather? Or is it the players? Are the players perhaps tired ahead of this international break? A few of them hopefully will get a bit of rest over the week or so to come, and maybe they just drop back without really realising it. But in that second half, there was something a little bit strange about it. So I'm really interested to know your thoughts on that, guys. What did you think of the game as a whole? And importantly, importantly, what did you think of that second half? So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like I said though, be positive. The main thing is we got our 3 points. Great from Dembélé again, getting his assist. Messi scoring again, and even Paco Alcácer taking his chance, getting his goal. Barcelona 2, Athletic Club 0. We roll on, still unbeaten in the league, still top of the league, and going into the international break, our spirits are high. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. I will see you soon with more videos. But until then, as always, Vasca El Barça!